Boom. Oh, we're not live. Are we live? Oh, hey, did you connect your account?
Yeah, I did. I took down the other one. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna clip from them. That's what all I want it for anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, just because.
Oh, dude, you should have. I
What?
I didn't make space. Can you clip from this without me saving it? I didn't make space
Oh,
for this.
yeah. I think actually last time I just ended up screen recording. To be honest with you,
Hey, that works.
it did pretty
Sweet.
well. Honestly, it was actually me and you. I was like, those the uneasy get heated over Hendon Hooker.
Oh.
Got
Hey,
like
that's good.
got like
You're
three
doing it
point
good.
eight. People were mad at you. I'm not gonna lie. I literally.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I had it up there for a minute and it had like 22 views, and I was like, I got to be active on this channel a lot more. And then I
Uh-huh.
randomly looked today, and it was at like 3,800. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, you made me look crazy, huh?
I
Man.
mean, you made you look crazy. To be fair,
I, what'd you title it? Easy. What's the title of it?
Dosa Dion is crazy. I'm like,
Yeah. Now I'll say this though, man. So, because the video's coming out hopefully like midnight or something today, but I put Hooker like spoiler alert. I liked Hooker. Like looking back, I was
okay,
like Hooker did good. He did good. Like I still wasn't like amazed, but I was like he did good. And Sudfeld, I didn't put him in the good category, but I did still defend Sudfeld. I was still like, yo,
yeah,
I think people are going too crazy with this, and I broke that down. But I didn't like I didn't like go like yo Nate Sudfeld stock is up after this game. I didn't do that. I didn't go to that level. So the category everybody would agree with. The way I explained it, most people probably wouldn't agree with. That's kind of how. Dude, I guess we'll get
I
hey,
titled
just
it
get right.
Dosa Dion and easy get heated over Hendon Hooker.
That's what the
I
title
saw it.
is.
Yeah,
Dang, did I
it
say
seemed,
something crazy? Did I say some crazy stuff about Hendon Hooker?
no, not really. You kind of sounded like a
Okay.
hater.
Dang, I did sound like a hater. Now I remember. Yeah,
You
because I
did.
was. It was mainly in defense of Sudfeld, and it turned me into a Hooker hater. See, I was
Yeah.
trying to defend Sudfeld because I was like, well, hold up, because easy. I even said this in the video. Watch this, right? If
Uh-huh.
we go by math, if we just say Hendon Hooker missed one throw,
Oh,
if let's just say look at the same
okay.
one throw, if he throws the same amount of passes Sudfeld does, mathematically he's probably missing 2 to 3, right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like Sudfeld missed two legitimate bad misses, a third one that was I can't remember what the third one was, but I think it was like a relatively missed pass, and then he had the one where if Kennedy honestly would have caught it on the first time, been a first down, but because he like didn't, it was a fourth down. It wasn't a great pass, but it was catchable. So like I statistically speaking, basically had the same game. If we're. Anyway, we don't have to go back down that path. Chat, look, bro, y'all.
I was gonna do it.
Here's the truth, though. Easy. I'm not gonna change anybody's mind, and nobody's gonna change my mind. I feel like at this point, only
Uh,
thing to change my mind is how he performs. If he's whack next week, I'll be off it.
I listen. Burning Issues probably puts it perfectly, and I love you. And shout out to Burning Issues. He's in heavyweight chat sometimes too. Yeah, Sudfeld's been in the league. I don't know if he's been in for 9 years, but I know he's been there for a while, right? 4 or 5 at least, maybe one
Damn,
year
9
out.
seems like a lot. Might be right though.
Either way, he's been there. He's been in long enough to know. You know, he's been what we saw last week. That's what
Watch
Sudfeld's
this.
been.
Tell me if this is fair. This is how I explained it. I
Okay.
thought that Sudfeld gave guys opportunities when 1-on-1. And so one thing is like when Campbell at half was like, "Yo, play, we gotta make plays." Like so, part of blame to me is like playmakers didn't go out there like receivers didn't go make plays. They didn't go above and beyond. The flip side is though there were too many occasions where Sudfeld like almost didn't trust the timing, like where it felt like he was like seeing it, but he wasn't trusting that it was gonna be there. So he's like, "I'm not gonna throw it." And then he would either take a sack or try to go elsewhere with it. And it was like, oh, we should have just trusted it. And no, Chef Talk Lions, I'm not a Hooker hater to the point where today I was on BR and I put together a list and I called it like the players that showed the it factor. And I put Hendon Hooker on that list.
Let's
Because I think,
go.
yeah, Hendon Hooker's going to be special, man. I still completely believe that. I just wasn't amazed by his first game. We got to set expectations. Me and Easy both like Hendon
Um.
Hooker. So if I say he was incredible in that game, it's like,
Yeah.
yo, he's going to be incredible in every game then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Here.
That's fair.
Okay.
No, incredible. Yeah, incredible is not the word, but like high upside, like flash, like he flashed. He is dynamic,
Yeah, he was nice. He was good.
And for the two that he missed, I know there was two of them. That the one he's a little high in it, but like I remember you saying it was raining for Sudfeld. It was raining for Hooker too.
Absolutely. And honestly, the miss to Alexander, the second one, I don't put that much on him anymore because I think, I mean, there was a ton of pressure. First off, Colby Sorstel was garbage. If anything, we got to talk about that. Like, and I'm a big Sorstel guy. He was terrible. Yeah. Manu was awful in pass protection. Yeah. Like, our tackles were terrible. Interior was good. I thought our tackles were awful. So it was like, that's the concern, honestly, if anything.
Dude, that's why I'm so... To be honest, the reason I hit you up too is, and we talked about it a little bit before the stream, and we'll get into it in the back half of the stream. But like guys that like, these don't want to go live. I was watching Austin Booker, and I was just getting butthurt because like when we drafted Manu, I was like, what? Why? Like, why did we just trade up a 3rd round pick to do that? And then we never. I think Austin Booker ended up going like the 5th round, and then now and
then they traded back in.
Yeah, and they gave him a 3rd round pick to do it.
They gave up a 3rd?
I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, snap. Hey, yo, they went for it. I'm not even mad at them, though.
They gave up a 3rd to pick in the 4th, didn't they? I could be tripping.
Oh, us?
Yeah, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I thought you were talking about the Bears. I know the Bears traded back in, too, to come get him.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. They did trade back in, too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me be sure on where he was drafted before we get into any of that. How did we even get on this? I don't know how I even started talking about this. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
That's how much it's consumed me, though. I've been butthurt about it.
But, we're talking about the tackles.
Oh, Manu. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, he's a project, though. We kind of knew that. So Mahogany back this week, though. Not practicing, but he's at least with the team, which is
nice.
Good. I had a really high expectation for him.
I mean, and then the thing is, too, when I look at that, like someone asked me today, they said, was it Brocktober was in the chat? I think it was Brocktober. Shout out to Brocktober. He's in the chat. He said, could Christian Mahogany potentially take someone's spot because he was basically a draft pick that deserves a spot? And I was like, hopefully that's not the case because I think Mahogany's absolutely going to make the team as long as he doesn't come in on the list because he was a draft pick. So hopefully he just plays well enough where we're not like, oh, man, we just picked a guy that's a true downgrade. Because I thought the strength that actually showed up in that game, surprisingly, was the interior, the depth of Brian Hudson, Kingsley Eguakun, all these UDFAs. Duke Clemens I thought was awesome at guard. Like, to me, that was the surprise of that game when Steph. I can't remember, I think we talked about this like last time, but the surprise was like the interior is actually like super deep, especially now when you start throwing a guy like Mahogany. And Mahogany should be able to play now. Like Manu was kind of expected it was going to take a minute.
Yeah,
Mahogany should be able to play right away.
Excellent run blocker. Like I feel like whatever you may miss in Jonah, he's there, and obviously he's going to be. I think he might start on the pup or whatever. To be honest with you, like I think he might miss those first 4 weeks, just because he's got to get acclimated to everything. He missed all of camp. I think he was there for OTAs. That's about it. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. But Zeitler I love, and Zeitler's excellent in pass protection. I don't think he is what Jonah Jackson was in the run game, and I almost feel like Mahogany could be, if not already, better than Zeitler in running and run blocking. Is that's crazy to say? I get he's a Pro Bowl guard, whatnot, but like he's older too. I'm just happy to have the depth, I guess, in Mahogany because I feel like he's that caliber where he could play this year if we had to, and I would be comfortable.
No, I'm not even mad at that. I feel like my issue with Mahogany was nowhere near run block. It was all pass pro for me. So it's like yes. I'm not mad at what you're saying. Like, yeah, he should be able to step in, and especially, I feel like if you had to throw Mahogany into a game, you're gonna go in understanding that all right, we want to protect that guy. Like any rookie you're probably throwing in, you're probably going to protect him. So running the ball is where we're going to start. And I'm with you. Like I think that's his biggest strength. That's why he should be able to impact us now. And I mean, honestly, it's on the table that he's the best run blocking guard that we have. It's on the table. KO did well, I thought, in our last game. But I think it's because all the other guys, I thought they thrived in pass pro. All the other guys that stood out did their thing in pass pro. It's on the table that he could end up the best run blocking guard that we have. Unless, I don't know, I guess Manu could move back in there, but he's not doing it now.
Burning issues. Easy just said Mahogany be offensive rookie of the year.
Man. Hey, Luke G's in it, but I haven't seen Luke G in a minute. Shout out to Luke G.
Shout out to Luke G. And congratulations, Luke G, on his brand new baby they just had. I think he had another boy, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Let's get some birthday cakes in the chat.
Yeah, birthday cakes in the chat for Luke G, the OG. Luke G is one of the ones Luke G is the one who brought me into Lions YouTube. So shout out to Luke G for real.
Dang, for real?
Mm-hmm. I was doing my MMA thing, and I was interviewing guys from my gym, guys who had fights coming up, and I'm a Lions fan, obviously, diehard. And I think I saw his video when he's doing DSA, and they were just letting people on, whoever on. I was like, hey, let me get on. And the rest is history.
That's fire.
Shout out to Lil
That's
G.
fire, bro. Hey, that's sweet. Okay, so what I don't remember what we were talking. Oh,
We're all over the place.
yeah, we're definitely this is a mess. So Antoine Green's gone. Let's just go there. Antoine Green's waived. So basically, the breakdown is, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's basically waived. So he'll go through waiver wire with the injury because he's waived injured. Probably nobody will pick him up. Someone could.
Yep.
Probably nobody will. And then if he ends back on Alliance, he's out for the season, unless then he comes back and then we let him go on an injury settlement. Which I think then you can actually technically still bring him back. It'd be a weird process, though, and I don't think I've ever seen that happen with the Lions, where they like brought him back, then let him go again, and then brought him back again.
Well, I can't imagine it would be on good terms either when you're let go that way, too. Like, I feel like I remember, was it Terrell Crosby that was kind of salty about it? And I feel like there's another guy, too. They got the injury settlements, but it just sucks, though, because Antoine Green is a guy I really like, to be honest with you. I thought he was going to be that DJ Chark type that we had let go of the year prior, and just never really panned out for whatever reason.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's tough too because this would have been the year to do it. It feels like because there was really nothing last year. The only thing you can go off of last year's preseason with Antoine Green and the Baltimore game, which was not good, but it was the only game he actually like did anything besides blocking in. So it feels like everything was on what is this preseason going to look like, and it wasn't. I didn't think he was spectacular, but every opportunity that he had, he took advantage of, which we can't say that for every receiver in that last game. And he felt more polished, if anything. Like, I remember coming out of the draft, like, that was the knock for me. I didn't think he was polished at all. But we always knew he had a long speed, like you said, with Chark. And I thought he always had run after catch ability. So those two things were there. It was like the year of, and plus better competition at cornerback. It was like, get stronger, be a more diverse route runner, and let's make it more clean than it was, right? You have to like open it. It's kind of like what J-Mo's doing in a slightly different way. It's like we got to open up more that you're capable of. So to cut it short like this, it's awful, man. Like I wanted to see what this was going to turn into, and now I don't even know if he's going to be here anymore.
It felt like he had a pretty positive showing in the preseason game, at least not like a detrimental one.
Good.
You know, I thought he was definitely one of the main targets, and that's obviously means he was getting open and whatnot. And unfortunately, he got hurt too, which makes it all even worse. But I mean, we'll see, man. That's if I'm a team like the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, I know that they drafted Tez Walker too, but they really only have Zay Flowers right now. I'm not a big believer in Rashawn Bateman. If I'm them and he comes back, because it's season-ending IR actually if he clears waivers, right? Like he's just done. Or what?
Yeah, he's out. He's out for the year. Yeah, because unless they do the injury settlement and then they cut him.
Okay, as I say, the injury settlement, don't these open market. Okay, if I'm the Ravens should pick him up. Honestly, I think that'd be a good pickup for them. I really feel like he still has an opportunity in this league. I was kind of surprised by all that.
I don't even hate that. That's a good pull, I think, because like Rashad Bateman, to me personally, it's never really come together. So that wouldn't be a bad name, especially for them. I hate it. I mean, and the thing is like I was saying before the show, it's like there's no receiver in that game outside of Isaiah Williams. To me personally, he was the best receiver in that game. But it's not like Isaiah Williams. He didn't do much of a diverse route tree. Everything was a drag essentially in his game. So it's not like there was a receiver that like, oh man, that guy's got the role now. And based on reps in practice, outside of Fountain, Antoine Green was the next guy up, right? He was like next guy up for that role, and Fountain didn't perform well in the first preseason game, so I can't believe they stepped back. We're like, yo, Fountain cooked. Let's get rid of, like, the position battle's open now. If anything, all this says to me, Donovan Peoples-Jones, absolutely a path to make the team now. Like, now it doesn't feel like just optimism. It's like, oh, wow, okay. It feels like it's absolutely a path to just go take it now.
Yeah, I think it makes a team. I think it's almost. I would almost say a lock. Like maybe it took like just playing the game to wake him back up to whatever. But yeah, because of everything I heard today too, that Fountain had a bad practice following the bad outing in the preseason game too. So we'll see. And as Ryan Thompson just said, DC spoke well about DPJ today, and he kind of just said, man, it's the job's still there. We're just waiting for somebody to take it. And I know a lot of people come in when we're live on the heavyweights, and they'll be like, "Oh, Khalif Raymond, he's a lock to make the team." That's why I'm pretty sure that's why he sat out during the preseason game. But they don't view him as a wide receiver 3. He's more of the gadget guy and a return man than anything else. Like it's not a slight towards him, but they're not really looking at him as that, in my opinion.
I think that's fair. And to honestly, if I was just piggying back on that point, like we've talked about this before. Like I think wide receiver 3 becomes extremely important if one of their top guys get hurt, right? Like something like that. If they missed a game for some reason, then it's like, oh snap, now we really need this guy. But like to me, I think the position is in a way kind of overrated because to me, Khalif Raymond was always like the safety blanket. He got the extension early, so you knew he was going to be here, like you just said. And Khalif Raymond plays first team and second team. There's certain routes they don't ask him to run, but that same time, what he does bring to the table, one, it fits Goff because he does a lot of things underneath and he can still do things with the ball in his hand, so it fits the skill set. And number two, he does still have that vertical threat, so when there's no JMO, he just kind of replaces that. He doesn't bring the same real threat, but he does take the top off because he's our fastest receiver. So there's like such a valuable role for him, but I don't look at it as that important because like you see in training camp, Lions go 2 tight ends, which I think we're going to see a ton of. I mean, tight end seems like a really strong room for us. St. Brown plays wide, so he's playing wide with JMO. And it's like, that's why you paid him $30 million, because St. Brown isn't a slot. You know what I mean? St. Brown is a all-around, he's on the field. It's just put him in the best spot to make it work. JMO plays in the slot. So I think in a way that thing, in my opinion, I think the name tag of wide receiver 3 is overrated, but where wide receiver 3 is necessary is someone has to be able to do something that Khalif Raymond can't, because Khalif Raymond can't fill the shoes of what Fountain can bring and what Peoples-Jones can bring and what Josh Reynolds brought. He won't bring that to the table really ever. He just isn't built to bring that to the table. So we still need to figure out who is going to be that guy. And we have multiple guys. Tre'Quan Smith, who I've heard absolutely nothing about, and I haven't seen do anything, to be honest with you. He's the type of piece for that. So we have like 3 guys kind of competing for that same role, but Khalif's always going to be like Mr. Reliable.
That's exactly what it is. He's Mr. Reliable. They got him when they need him, and well, I think wide receiver 3 is more of a title than it is an actual like position or anything they actually hold tangible. And I believe Ben Johnson came out and said it. It's just that it's off season and we need topics to be honest with you, because like Ben Johnson came out and said it. It's like we have a mixture of guys we're going to use depending on like what we're running, and that's exactly what it is. But I do agree to a point that I think I saw Burning Issues make, and this one I've made before too. I think with you as well, we don't really have what feels like a true X. At least, I mean, we still have guys that I think are respectable, and obviously guys that block really well too. But that's why I think Fountain's still very much in the mix. But he just has to go hard, man, because he's definitely a guy where if he's a guy you have to cut, he survives the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? That's not like someone's going to pluck him from us and we just move him up sparingly when we need him. Where I don't think Isaiah Williams is the same situation. That's a guy you end up just making the roster.
Isaiah Williams, I feel like is the guy that, like, if I was doing my 53 today, I would put Peoples-Jones in because I just think the role's there for him, and because I don't know if Peoples-Jones gets back. Like, that's another thing too. But yeah, Isaiah Williams would be on my 53 right now. As long as the other numbers work out, he'd be wide receiver 5 for me. Would be Isaiah Williams, because it's like it doesn't replace the role, but if I keep Peoples-Jones and I still can kind of get that piece, then to your point, Fountain, Tre'Quan Smith, like I believe at least one of those two, I'm getting back on the practice squad. If not both, I'm probably getting them back. So. It's not like either of them are lighting up preseason where it's like, well, somebody's going to want him. Like Trinity Benson, we traded for him. He did work with Denver. These guys haven't really done anything to this point, so they could. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. I don't know what else to say to that, to be honest with you.
No, I think you're on point. I was gonna make one more point, but I had this one question to you though, I guess, about Isaiah Williams. Do you feel like he and Khalif are redundant at some point, like a little bit of the same guy? Or
I can get that. I'd say Khalif, I think, definitely brings more. I would say this though. Here's the thing.
Is the hope Isaiah becomes Khalif and maybe a little more?
See, and that's a way to look at it, because to me, Khalif Raymond, he's one of the best separators in football, and that's the percentage show. There was a PFF thing. I don't know if you saw, but last year. 40, I think they said 42 of his 43 targets, they deemed him as open, which was the highest percent in the league. Like there's only one where he wasn't open, so he's always open.
But dude, do you remember first day of pads? It was him and Carlton Davis, and then like Carlton was with them, and then once the ball went in the air, Khalif was like, "All right, I'm going now. I'll see you down there."
Can't cover that dude, bro. He's like the most dominant one-on-one drill receiver I've ever seen, bro. I've only seen the guys through lines. That dude wins like almost every single time. But I feel like
crazy.
But what if I said this though? Because this is where I think they could like it. They could still be fine with that. Is if you said, okay, you have 2 guys. Basically, you had Donovan Peoples-Jones and Fountain, or would you rather have a Khalif Raymond on your roster and an Isaiah Williams on your roster? I would say that for the Lions' sake, they'd probably prefer to have the second one.
Yeah.
Guys that just separate consistently underneath, because Peoples-Jones is going to win some slants, but these guys are going to do things once the ball gets in their hands, and it feels like that's kind of what they're built on, is guys that are going to do things with the ball in their hands.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with what, like 42-inch vertical, I mean, Donovan Peoples-Jones is like amazing
He's big.
athletic traits where, like, if you're looking at Fountain to be that guy, even though he can't get separation, he could just get those 50-50 balls. Well, Donovan Peoples-Jones, he has that, and he has some of that, shades of that.
Fountain is
yeah,
too,
but
fairness.
But like DPJ, you got the experience. He's a little bit quicker. Obviously, he can return the punts too. Like he just has value over Fountain in that. This Fountain's gonna have to really bust his ass, man. It's the only way he's gonna make this roster. I mean, I'm hoping for him too because it's a cool story, but he's gonna have to show up in this next preseason game. That's for sure.
But yeah, we've never seen a guy. I mean, I think Fountain, he's already been different than most of the receivers that we've had in this position, where he's actually like taken over the role in camp. Like in the past, Perriman never really, he was like in the starting role, but it never felt like he took the role. It was just kind of like he was there. Remember, he didn't really ever do much in camp. He was just there because we didn't have anybody else. I'm trying to think. I don't think we've ever really had a guy that's taken over in camp like Fountain has. So it feels like he's kind of put himself in a different spot there where he's like taken the role already. But we've also never had a guy that hasn't really shown up in the preseason, I think, ever really make the team at receiver. I don't think we've ever seen that with the Lions, which is like one thing that other positions, I think we've seen that more than others, but I don't think we've ever really seen that with the Lions.
Not I can think of, not off the top of my head.
I just really think Tom Kennedy made it one year. And they were just like, look, no one else did anything. We're going to keep Kennedy. It was like, all right, they know he's limited. They don't want to keep the guy, but nobody else did anything. So I guess you have to.
Well, I remember, I think it was like 2 years ago, Dan Campbell really wanted to keep Tom Kennedy again. So they're trying him at special teams, not even returning the ball, just like even, kickoff and whatnot. And they just
trying to find a spot for him. And Williams brings that value. Williams brings that because Khalif don't kick return. And I don't know, maybe they'll try it with him, but he doesn't. Hey, by the way, Vaki was back there one time. He didn't get the ball, but he was back there to kick return.
Man, we gushed over him last time we were live because deservingly so. That kid, he looked special. You said some crazy things. I don't even know if you want to repeat them.
So I said some accurate things. That's what I said. Dude, no, bro. And here's the thing. Let's just go to that right now. Jahmyr Gibbs. I saw this. I didn't know the other injuries even happened, but we were driving home. I was driving home, and Adam Schefter's like, I'm like, oh, this must be serious. I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's a big name. I would have thought like he would have listed Terrion, but he didn't because I heard Terrion had an upper body thing, left practice early. They said Rakestraw had an ankle injury, left practice early, but they only listed the Gibbs one with the hammy. I was like, all right, I guess I get it. He's got a little like cachet, so I mean, he brings maybe more clicks.
Yeah.
But the pot, and because we don't know. I mean, unless you first time, I don't know how long this is going to be. The flip side though for positive is this: running back room's nice. And Vaki's going to take advantage of him being out. I'm telling you, bro, if he has to miss any time week one, you're going to open the door for Vaki to be special, bro, because he's not going to have that opportunity otherwise. I don't see how he opens that door outside of special teams once the regular season starts unless someone's not there.
I didn't even think about that. And the cool part is, too, I don't know if he'll see the reps, but, like, get him some reps with the first team maybe just to see,
bro,
see what he does behind this line. I mean, that's even if they play, but, but still, I didn't even think about that. Oh, damn, I got something in my throat. But the other thing, too, with Gibbs, I don't think it's anything serious, man. I feel like if it's anything serious, it would have been reported as that, It might be, I don't know. And obviously, there are grades of hamstring injuries. Like, he had one last year that he was only out 2 weeks with. And then, if I'm not mistaken, some people said there was one he had at Georgia Tech that, he was out a little bit longer. I feel like this is a typical injury with a lot of these explosive guys. I know Christian Watson dealt with one, ended up being like one of his hamstrings was like way stronger than the other, so he had to even it out. J-Mo had a couple hamstring injuries last year. And Jahmyr, it's these fast, explosive people. I think they're just almost too quick for their own good at times. To be honest with you,
that makes
too explosive. That makes almost. A ton of sense. The muscles aren't ready.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think it's like 2 weeks, and he'll probably be questionable for week one.
And that's the thing; he's not going to play. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll play start at some point. We don't need to see him. we don't need to see you. You just rest. You're not playing for nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Only thing I want to see is, like my man said, some receiver reps. I want to see like that continue to expand. And that is a great point because like the whole receiver thing, like our backs. But again, that's Vaki. Vaki can do that. He didn't catch a pass, but bro, like I want to see him catch some passes. I'm just telling you, like in a way, wasn't excited about the injury. I was excited about the opportunity that this could lead to, because I'm just like I want that door to crack open for this guy to just take off, because I keep thinking like when St. Brown took off, the door was already open. There was nobody there. It was just Ben Johnson became the OC basically, and it was like, all right, there's nobody there, so you're gonna just take off now. We're gonna throw it to somebody. Vaki doesn't have that opportunity, man. There's two dudes sitting in front of him that won't give up that spot. So it's like, bro, something's got to happen to let him show himself. And even that's even a thing I think in potentially preseason because games they would play starters. Now Gibbs doesn't play; he gets quicker into the rotation. I don't know. Optimistic way to look at it.
No, that's a very optimistic way. And like I said, if there's anything serious, it would have been reported as such. And by the way, Laporte is in with a hamstring injury too. It's just one of those things. You gotta let it relax. Otherwise, you can't come back too soon from those because then you'll actually pull it. And I've seen that too. Look at Aaron Jones all year last year. Just kept trying to come back a little too soon. Didn't actually like allow him to rest it, and he missed like majority of the season because of it. So give him the time he needs. If it means he misses week 1, I think a lot of people are the world, I guess, will probably be in store for Vaki if he's what you say he is. I think us here in Detroit, though, for the most part, we got some faith he's solid at the very least.
So what about I thought the James Houston one was the other like standout note to say he's going to play more true defensive end, set the edge, rush passer. But then he threw in the fact that he's been injured, and I'm like, all right, I guess that does make sense that he looks like he's playing a little bit slow. I thought it was just simply he had a lot of responsibility. The issue for me was this, and for me the issue was every time he had to play like an off-ball linebacker, he looked bad. He looked bad. He didn't look like he belonged at all. And every time he was on the line, he was rushing a passer. It was like, that doesn't look too bad. So like I completely understand it. But they basically did this in year 1, right? And they've already now done this with Betts. So 1, it opens the opportunity for Ty Summers potentially to try to work into that role and kind of carve something out there. I don't think it makes his opportunity to make the team any easier. If anything, it makes it more difficult because now it's like, well, we actually have to ask less of you now. So now you really have to stand out. You really have to play the run, or you have to be so dominant as a pass rusher these next couple games that it's like we're keeping you over somebody else that can stop the run because Mitchell A. Good had a good preseason week 1. Isaac Ukwu was really good week 1. Now you got to stand out amongst those guys, and Betts is now playing that role. And he only had 7 snaps, but I'll tell you what, Easy, I think he also – I could be completely off on this one. If you were giving me 7 snaps of any player, I want Betts 7 snaps, bro. I thought, bro, I went away from that like, yo, Betts about to have 2 sacks next game. No, straight up, Easy. And this, honestly, I wasn't even, no. This has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with you being on it. I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't even trying to make a joke. I wasn't even trying
wait. I just want to. I'm just trying to understand. Hold on. So you said Ukwu, Ogudier, Houston included.
Ogudier, is that you say? For what?
I don't know. I could be saying that wrong. You saying Betts had the best reps out of all of them?
No. I say Ukwu was the best for sure, and then I probably put Agood, and then I'd probably throw James Houston because he just played more. He'd probably have the worst because he only played 7 snaps. But those 7 snaps, like I feel like the traits were so visible. It was like, hold up, yo, it looked, bro. You look at those 7 plays, and I can show them on the screen. You're like, this guy looks different than everybody else. Now, my concern is the run defense, truly, because he doesn't have much length. And if you can't set the edge, you can't just rush the passer. Like, it's not going to be enough. And same challenge with James. James is built in a different body, though. Like, he's got to be able to play the run. But I remember, like, just his build physically reminded me of Hutchinson when we picked him up. Like, he's not Hutchinson, but just his build. I remember comparing that because I was like, this guy kind of looks like Hutch. Like, the length and those things, the way he has to play. He doesn't play with that same demeanor. But the agility, bro, the get off. And I'm like, oh, snap. This guy looked on a screen that Jefferson blew up. He beat the tackle instantly. I mean, it was a screen, so you expect there to be pressure. We won't even count that.
Yeah, I'd say it's a screen.
But Easy, there was like 3 other reps where he was doing the same thing. On the backside of a run, he tracked the dude down. I'm like, dude, this guy looks different. I'm willing to bet. It's kind of like what I did with Peoples-Jones. I'm willing to bet Matthew Betts has a breakout game, one of the next 2, puts multiple sacks up, and he's right on the edge to making this team. I'm going to bet he's the guy. He's the next breakout player. He's going to go crazy in this next preseason game or the one after that. Probably this next one.
Are you being funny?
No, I'm being serious. I think he has a massive game next preseason game. He's just got to get more than 7 snaps.
I got to be honest. You could. I can't even like judge you too much right now. I mean, I do think you're a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie, but like, I didn't go back and rewatch his reps because I didn't even notice it the first time around. I watched twice, so I didn't really catch my eye by chance, and then I feel like them putting him at just edge was a little bit of a punt. Just a little bit of a punt on him and his development, but he's got like a survivor practice squad too. I don't think he makes a team, but I got to rewatch the game and see what you're talking about. I didn't see any of that. I think I don't know.
He is not. He has done nothing to make the team right now. If it ended now, there is no case he has to make the team. He has to have that breakout game to make the team. But I think it's coming. That's what I'm saying. Even Crazy Clown says I'm not crazy, and Crazy Clown's crazy.
Who do you think has a better game next week? Houston or I guess if Houston plays, we got to figure that part out too. Houston or Betts?
I would say Betts. I would say Betts.
Wow.
Absolutely. I
Who
think
has a
Betts.
better chance to make the team?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I would say Betts.
What
Right
is
now, I'd
going
probably
on?
bet on Betts. Bet on Betts. I'd have to get some good odds, but that's who I'd bet on before.
I thought tomorrow's the day you're gonna be on drugs.
Yo, but honestly, bro, if I can show you like some of these plays, and it's like he's not doing anything, but he's stands out so much, and it's obviously the teams that he's the players that he's going against has an impact on that too. So I just need to see more snaps. But I think with more snaps, you give him just more opportunity. That dude might go crazy easy. That's my bold prediction for next game. I think he's gonna go crazy. Give him 15.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta watch it. I guess it's not really fair for me to. I'd pick on you because you're my boy, but I'd have to watch it. I'll give it another go. I like the Goudier better if that's how you say his name. Agoud, maybe that's. I
Absolutely.
mean, I don't know.
I agree.
Goudier just sounds fancier.
Let's call him Mitchell.
Houston, I got a lot of people were kind of happy to hear the news. He's just going just the edge, and I understand it because like we know he can execute there versus him looking not good at all at the Sam. But like you said too, I think it's a little bit more competitive, and it's in a similar situation, maybe a little bit of a punt. We know they like versatile guys, you know. And if he can't play the run, what is he? If he doesn't have a big game this next preseason, he's going to be up against it, man.
Like, no, I completely agree, bro. It just puts the pressure on him. It's like, bro, you're on the clock now because you're not going in there. It's like nobody's proved it, so it's like, oh, doors open, go take your spot. You're like, hey, you're going into a role where it's like, oh, we are loaded, so you're gonna have to stand out amongst everybody. Because to your point, I think it's 100% true. Like, you just when you take responsibilities off a guy's plate, I feel like it makes the margin of error way smaller. Because now it's like, well, now you got to
Yes,
shine there because you can't do all
exactly.
these things.
And is he
And
just as explosive after the injury too? Like we need to see.
he did, yeah. I mean, he did look a little. I thought he looked a little heavier, to be honest with you. But I didn't think he looked bad. I still thought he had some. I thought he was like a plus pass rusher in that game. But if that's the pass rush that he brings, it won't be enough. I don't think at this point. It needs to be more than that. But I also thought there were so many occasions of him dropping in coverage, which I get it. They want to see the other stuff. But there's so much of him dropping in coverage where I'm watching. I'm just like, that's not who he is. So I get it.
Mhm.
It's not his value. But it's also why he was a late pick. Like the guy was. It was like, what does he do? How are you going to make him work? I don't know. It's a challenge.
Did you pull up? Did you pull up Betts reps just now?
I found bets. I have no idea what these reps are. I just found like random plays from bets because there was only 7 of them. And I was just going to see if I could
How'd you
just.
find this? Is this on YouTube or something? Is this on
I mean, I got
NFL?
Game Pass. Yeah, Game Pass. So
Game
look,
Pass
right
will let
here.
you look at just one player.
No. I just knew when he played in
Okay.
the game, so I just scrolled to it.
Okay.
Yeah. But like, bro, even like at the he's
So he's
95 for anybody
95.
watching.
Bottom right.
Like, I mean, he's not doing nothing here, right? But you see, like, okay, he moves real well. He
Just the
looks
awareness.
loose. He looks fluid. All right, I don't know what he's looking for, but he's
Yeah, I
looking.
don't know where he's running
You know what I'm
backwards
saying?
to. Yeah.
We gotta go. We gotta worry about that. And then we got that's not 40s. We talking traits, all right? We ain't talking.
Hey, he pressed the wrong button on the controller and started running backwards.
My man, you click at the strafe button, he just starts back. Yo, I remember the old Madden, bro. You click that button, you would chase somebody, then he turned around and start backpedaling. Bro, that's the worst. You already know you messed up. He ain't catching him, dog. He's running the wrong way. I was trying to find it because they
Right.
only had like 3 plays there. So maybe it's next drive he's back in. I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it off screen. We don't.
You're good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even trying to give you. I really do have to just watch it again. What days they come out on Wednesdays in Game Pass or Tuesday night?
Um, I think it just depends on when they play. You know, like it's like a day or two after. Like it came out I think the next night or the night of. Like they got the thing out fast. Maybe because they didn't have any other games. All right, watch this
Preseason,
easy.
right, yeah.
Watch this. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I shouldn't
By
have
the way,
stopped sharing it.
Flair v Savage, I agree. Well, on both those guys, honestly.
Bro, look at this. He just looks different. Watch him get off here. See, but that's the thing, bro. Like, I feel like this is where you know what he makes you think of? He makes you think of a defensive tackle playing defensive end, like in the lower body, like the contact balance that he has just to bounce off guys, like that kind of thing. I think it's going to be a problem because it opens up inside outside. Like he's not going to be knocked off his pass rush. He's going to be able to win inside outside. That's why I think he's going to be tough. Oh man, okay, they took him back out. I think he's going to be tough versus backup tackles, man. That's why he could light somebody up because
he's gonna. Where is he?
He's at the top right now. He's at like a 5 here. See that, and that's the concern right there. He gets off the line well, but then it's like, yo, that's going to be the challenge for him to me. Is like, can he set the edge, bro? Because
he's what, 6 foot, 250.
No, I think he's bigger than 6 foot. I think he's like, he definitely bigger. So he's got like 6'3", 6'4".
Is he?
Right? Yeah, I don't think he's 6 foot.
He could be. I don't know. Let me see. I'll look it up right now on my phone.
Here he is, Chad. There's only 7 of these plays. So I think there's this one and there's one more. I don't even know where he is. Oh, yeah, he's at the – bro, how'd he end up there? See, that's what I'm saying, man. He's at the top of the screen. He's working a 9 right now. See, you see that, bro? See, and he's this.
You're the running back.
He's not cooking, but you just see the way he's moving around guys, like the maneuverability. This guy's driving a car easy. That's what I'm saying,
I think he's like
man.
6 foot. All right, let's see.
Look at this.
Shed. But that block was shedding anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm not even looking at the tight end one. I'm looking at the way he got around the tackle here, man. The way he got around this tackle, like in the lower body right here. Bro, it's quick. So fluid, dog. Here's one more. Look at
Houston on that one.
You see how fast he's winning? Like everything's away from him.
That's the screen.
I know, but you still see the tackles trying to keep him in front, right? He wants to at least discard him, I would assume, before he gets out there. He don't even got a chance. Look at this. He was trying to block him. You saw him. He said this. It won't count as a pressure because it was a screen. Usually you don't chart pressures on screens. But my man was trying to stay in front of him. He said this.
What was he? Didn't Houston change his number? What was he before?
I don't know. 45?
I keep thinking Malik Jefferson is him.
Yeah, no, me too. I thought Malik Jefferson was him when I was watching. I was like, ooh, that's a good play. I was like, that was Jefferson. Okay, that was him. Bro, see, this is gonna be a problem, Easy. I'm betting on him going crazy. He's about to go crazy.
I don't know, man.
He's about to go crazy. You gotta see the future, Easy. You know what I mean? We gotta predict the future.
Yeah,
I'm an agent for bets. Crazy. Hey,
I don't know.
Maybe
we'll see this next week.
I'm surprised I'm saying this and your co-host didn't say that. He didn't say nothing about this. He wasn't showing you the 7 clips either. He wasn't like, yo, you see bets.
I don't think he went back and watched. Your boy Nate Sudfeld was so bad that nobody wanted to rewatch this game. Let's be honest. I don't blame him. All there was to watch was defensive reps.
Let's go there. Let's go there, Easy. Let's go there. Lions signed Jake Fromm. Beautiful. I like the name. I just remember him from Georgia.
Jake from State Farm? Oh, from Georgia.
Okay, that was good. Hey, yo, I liked him at Georgia a lot. I just remember that. I have to watch him because back then, bro, like the way we were doing draft is not like we do it now. But that said, one, I think it means a lot of good for Hendon Hooker because Hendon Hooker probably won't play this weekend, but next weekend I think is the hope. Especially comes back on Friday. He should be good for next week. But two, we're not giving up on Sudfeld easy. That's my takeaway. You know what I'm saying? That's my takeaway. They're like, oh, Sudfeld's about to go crazy this week. Y'all think I'm an agent for bets? You just wait for that post-game show.
You guys. Deion's definitely an agent for Nate Sudfeld, if anything.
You better cook, bro. He goes out there and throws 4 picks. I'm going to look crazy. You better not cook.
Nate Sudfeld's got his family in a basement somewhere.
Hey, yo, Nate Sudfeld's about to go out there and throw a first play interception, dog. It's be like, man.
It sounds like he threw another one today.
Did he? It's practice, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Brock Purdy threw like 4 in a row or something, you know? So it's...
Did he?
Yeah. I saw your tweet. You're not slick. You tagged me in that, which actually you weren't trying to be slick. You did tag me in it. You're like, Brandon Johnson threw... You said he threw an interception. And I'm watching. All right. I think I'm the only one that saw this.
You are the only one that saw that, by the way, because I asked. Because I saw your comment. And
okay,
but... said, no, it was just an interception.
No, that's... Okay, let me explain my position on this. Deron Gilbert was rushing off the edge. They kept blitzing. And he literally had a free path to the quarterback, and he just stopped moving. He just went like this. He ran up and he stopped. And it wasn't like one of those things where like you would run the quarterback and then they blow the whistle, and it's like, oh, and then he just threw it afterwards. But it was just like he stopped rushing on the play. I got the sense like he thought he sacked him, so he just kind of like stopped moving, and then he threw the ball. I'm not saying that was like an excuse for him throwing the pick, but it seemed like the ball came out so late, like when you were watching, it was like, why do you even throw that? It was almost like you know how you're playing basketball and they call a foul, but you're like, all right, I'll chuck it up. That's what it felt like to me. It's like I'll chuck it up there, and then when he missed, you're like, I wasn't. I knew it was a foul anyway. It's like that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, I texted Justin Rogers. I was like, "Hey,
It was
is there a
definitely
sack
not
on that?"
officially a sack. I just thought it looked like a sack.
Okay. Um.
Justin
Yeah, I
actually
mean, I was
texted
a
me
little
and he
bit.
was like, "Yeah, it was a sack. I just told Easy that." Anyway,
I have a question. One more thing too before we get into this Sudfeld mess because I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah,
But
we don't have to do
we'll
that.
talk
We
more
don't have
about
to
Fromm. We'll talk more about Fromm.
yes.
Do you think part of the stuff for Houston moving down to just edge too is some of the linebacker play we saw during that preseason game? Because
Really good.
a lot of those guys kind of blew me away. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, our linebackers loaded, dude. Okay, on
You
the
were just
way
talking
home,
about Deron Gilbert even.
on the way home from camp, I had Michael Banks called me on the way home from camp, and he's like, "Oh, what'd you see from practice?" And I said, "Linebacker position feels like the second deepest position right now. Now I think interior offensive line's up there too, but like how deep that interior offensive line is right now. I mean, the linebacker right now, like we don't have a bad. I don't think we have a bad linebacker. I don't think we objectively have a bad linebacker on this team. If any of the linebackers that we currently had, off-ball linebackers purely, but we can even talk Uku and stuff like that if you want to call him a Sam. You could make a case for every one of them, I think, making the team. Like Deron Gilbert played a really nice game. Ben Neiman was awesome, and he did some things that I wasn't expecting. Like he had limitations. Malik Jefferson flashed again. It's like he's flashed since he's gotten here. Still limitations, but flashed again. Jalen Smaven was awesome. Isaac Uku, I thought had the best day. Mitchell Agood was solid if you want to count him in that category. Like, I want to hear your thought on that because to me, there is no linebacker that honestly didn't play well.
Listen, it's crazy. I've just never experienced anything like this Detroit Lions regime. But Kelvin Shepard, Terrell Williams, and I guess it's Ben Johnson. I'll throw the two. They're all so great at their as position coaches. Like I was blown away at how good those linebackers looked in the preseason game. And then like, I think we talked about too, just the defensive line. I mean, half our second unit sat out that game, and they were still getting pressure from everywhere. It's crazy. But yeah, I was wondering that too, partly because the Houston stuff. Again, he's kind of he's turning into a little bit of a one-trick pony. And obviously the linebacker showed out where they're like, hey, Agudie could probably play the Sam role for us, and we could just let Houston try to be a defensive end and see if we can finally just seal an edge, play the run, everything else they need. But yeah, it's
crazy.
Obviously, some of those guys are getting cut, but I think Malik Jefferson they probably keep. From what I hear, he's like a special teams demon back when he was in Dallas.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
also,
man, I mean,
Malik was awesome.
They're also straight. I'm not picky.
No, I'm right with you. Like I don't know how it's gonna be hard to separate him. It's almost like I'm almost right now. I'm just kind of looking at it as how the depth is. Like Jalen's was Neiman, so if I was Jalen's gonna make the team. But if we're going beyond that, I would just bet Neiman makes it. But you could make a case for guys like I want to see what Ty Summer looks like. But Blake Jefferson kind of feels like more of that will linebacker, and Neiman could be more of your Mike. It feels like it's almost like at this point just kind of prioritizing like what style linebacker do I want? Do I want a guy that I think can play on the line? That's I think the decision for me right now, or it's just based on where they currently have it at. Because I think the credit linebacker room coaches. This is like one of those positions where I think it's like for me personally, tons of credit to Brad Holmes in that because they brought in so much talent of just guys that are like I want to see because Summers might be good too. Summers is a big time athlete. He could play on the line a little bit, but they like bring in Malik Jefferson. And you see what else he did with Dallas. Like, he was good in the preseason there. They brought in some big Ben Neiman. That guy was good with Kansas City. Like, they brought in legitimate linebackers. That position has turned around so fast. That's went from, like, we got to fix this. Then it was like, oh, we didn't even need to take Campbell. And then it was like, oh, okay, this is really nice. And now it feels incredible. The linebacker room feels incredible.
It's insane. It truly is insane. And I think part of the reason that was, I think we talked about this doing some of our mock drafts. We just felt like there's going to be a little bit of emphasis either through UDFAs or just even in the draft alone for everybody, tight ends and linebackers because they fit that special team mold. You know what I'm saying? Those little tweener bodies. Yeah. And yeah, we must have stockpiled linebackers for that reason. And then here's Kelvin Shepard just coaching them up like a mug. I mean, defensive line probably helped them out too because they've been looking pretty good too.
Right. Yeah, I'm right with you. And then we had the cornerback news too. Just to change it real quick, we had the cornerback news. Rakestraw, Terrion injuries. I don't know how serious this is going to be. Again, the positive way to look at this is this. I think if anything, and I could be so. Who am I missing? Easy, tell me who I'm missing here. I might have to pull the depth chart up. Mm-hmm. Terrion's in. Rakestraw's in. Amik's in. Who is the fourth guy? Am I missing somebody, or is there not a fourth?
Personally, I mean Vildor
Okay, well, okay, not okay. Let me.
or Carlton Davis. You talking about just
Carlton
making the
Davis.
team, right?
That's who it is. Carlton Davis. Yeah, those are the four. Okay, my
Okay.
bad. Yeah, those are the four locks. Beyond that, fifth cornerback. I don't know if there's a fifth one that's a lock. Is there a fifth one that's a lock? Brian Branch is a safety, so I won't count him. Not really, right?
Hmm.
I don't think there is. They're
Yeah,
not
I mean,
like a
no.
like everybody believes that's a lock, right? There's not that guy.
How many did they bring into the roster last year?
I think last year they had like
I'll
7.
look it up. Don't worry.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I think they had a lot
Okay.
last year.
So if we kept 7,
Well, I
so
don't think
if
they'll
we kept
keep
7 last year, then I would also
I think they're going to try to keep an extra safety here
because
because of Branch's flexibility. I think they'll want an extra safety in there.
okay,
That's my thought on it. And that battle, CJ
Brand
Moore,
Joseph.
I think Brandon Joseph's a lock. I think Iffy's a lock, Kirby's a lock, Branch is a lock, and then I think they may keep a fifth. And I thought it was going to be Strickland coming into the preseason. Garnes, I think, looks solid. We know what CJ Moore is, which
No.
isn't bad either. But I think but the point was I think cornerback, like if you don't have those two guys this next preseason game, not the worst thing in the world because we know who those locks are. Like we want to figure out who's going to make like what spot. And to me, Cleo Dorsey, I think has separated himself. Just personally, I think for me, he's separated himself. Like he's next up. But I think Gilmore's not super far off. Like he needs to improve, but he's still in the conversation. And then I think it's Vildor. And I think Vildor's been the worst of those three, but he hasn't been bad. It's not like Vildor's bringing cooked left and right. He just hasn't made the consistency plays that those two have. So I think that cornerback battle is really tough. That's an incredible depth. But that will come on, like that'll be the forefront if those two guys can't play. Yeah, okay. Both rookie cornerback. Yeah, because I thought I was missing somebody when I was talking about that today, but I don't.
No, yeah, the 7 last year. Cameron Sutton, Jerry Jacobs, Manuel Mosley, Brian Branch, Will Harris, Stephen Gilmore, and Khalil Dorsey.
See, I don't think they'll keep as many there. I think they're going to have to keep more offensive linemen. I think that's what's going to hold them back, is they're going to have to keep offensive line because I think certain guys are going to earn it and other guys are draft picks. So they're going to have to make tough decisions. Be like, well, let's just keep more linemen, and we're going to have to go lighter.
Whoever's more versatile.
Yeah, because to me, Michael Neese, I think is in a good spot. I think Hudson did a lot of good, but Hudson might work. I mean, not Hudson, Clemens. Clemens might work his way up to playing with a higher team next week because he played guard, and that dude was a center in college. I didn't think he could play guard, and bro was handling business at guard. Interior and KO, KO didn't lose his spot. I don't know, what was your take on the interior? Because to me, KO didn't play bad. KO was good.
Yeah, I like KO. Interior offensive line definitely did better than tackles. I guess that's the biggest takeaway. But the thing is, a lot of the guys in the tackle spot, at least that we expect to make the roster, are projects. Like look at Colby. He went from tackle in college to guard, then back to tackle because they're trying to find something that works for him. But he didn't look great. He didn't have a great outing. And yeah, Mahogany coming back too. Skip.
Did we see Skipper in this game? He played at the very beginning for a very little bit, right? Like he played a first drive maybe, and then that was it. Okay, I'll have to double check because I thought I saw him, but then I was like, oh no, that's Galvin. But I was like, I think he may have played the first drive, and that's why I didn't really recognize him that much.
I'll tell you right now.
Lions injury.
Dan Skipper.
Thoughts on Kingsley? I thought Kingsley had a really good game. I thought Kingsley did really well. My thing with Kingsley is he's going to have to prove flexibility, but the fact that he was starting at center, which kicked Neese to guard, I think says a lot about how they feel about Kingsley. And the thing is, Kingsley, exactly what his limitations are, but the Lions have kind of done this. They've found just backup centers through undrafted free agents. They've done this, so this isn't new. And Kingsley, I thought, showed, because I didn't have really any takeaways of any of the back offensive linemen through camp. And through first watch, it was Kingsley looked, all the good from Florida just felt like it was on the field for the Lions. And it's all right, we know his limitations, we can work those out. But he does enough things well where he can make I didn't think he was perfect. I thought Clemens was better. But I think Kingsley did a lot of good, and Kingsley's in a spot to make the team too. I just don't know. I think flexibility is crucial right now. Just being able to play center, I don't think locks you in because Neese can play center if they feel like he can, and Glasgow will kick there. So I think the fact that he's not playing guard is a little bit concerning unless he's consistently really good in each of the next 2 games at center.
Like Clemens, Skipper did play 9 snaps, and he did play
Okay.
well for him. I only remembered like the one series. To be honest with you, as well.
Yeah.
Um,
So
the
I think
offensive line, I don't really have any strong takes on it. I don't think they were great at all to like
it was the tackles for
hold
me,
anyone up
bro.
outside of maybe Clemens and. Well, yeah, I mean that was it. But like everybody else, it feels like almost interchangeable. Mahogany, we finally got back. Coyote
Yeah.
finally back.
Mac. Yoda did
Kingsley though,
work.
I think he's got upside though. I liked him in the draft process.
And Brian Hudson, I thought did well too as like the third center. I was like, he looks fine too. So I was like, on all the again, like back to the scouting department, like bro, like at least in terms of draft, the college
I didn't
scouting
watch too many
department
offensive
clearly
reps.
did work, huh?
I didn't rewatch a lot of offensive reps though, to be honest with you, just
Okay,
because
you're lying, but
your
that's
boy.
okay. We know. You know you
I'm
watched
no,
all that stuff.
you know
Well,
your boy kind of ruined
maybe
it for
this
me.
is why you're incorrect on Sudfeld. Maybe you need to watch more of the.
It was so bad I didn't want to watch it a second time. To be honest with you, I was just trying to
Dang.
fast forward to the defense.
I think you were.
And then
skipping
Caleb
hookers,
Williams came
if
on
I
TV,
remember.
and I was like, oh snap! And then I think it was the next day over. JJ came on. Sorry,
Mm-hmm. So you were like, oh,
that
I can't
you
watch
can't
this.
tell me that was tough to watch. That was a tough watch.
What was?
Lions offensive snaps.
Oh, I thought it was about. No, Lions offense was tough to watch. My thing is though, the fact that they're rookies, I thought looked on another level than Ike Betker, than Brian Hudson, said a lot. It was like these guys are veterans. I mean Hudson from the UFL, but it was like they look like they're on completely different playing fields, and these are rookies. I think it says a
Yeah.
lot about just their ability, and it also speaks to the trust that they have because it's like they don't draft any tackles, and we're constantly like, yo, why don't I'm always like, yo, why don't we have a backup tackle? They just never address it, but then they always seemingly kind of find an answer. Outside of maybe year one, they kind of just find an answer, and usually it's through a guy that they bring in as an undrafted guy, and they just make it work. And also, I think Hank has a lot to do with that too. Got to give him credit because Hank.
Mhm.
Did I tell you this? My thought on that. I think a big
Because
reason
he
that
played
they
interior.
took I think a big reason that they took Manu, that they looked at a very big value of taking Manu right now, was knowing that this could be Hank's last year. If it is, let's get him in the building now. Like before we try to go get tackle, because if we're not going to take it at the top, like now they signed Decker, so we're good now. But it was like, yo,
Yeah.
let's go get the project now while Hank's still here. That way he can try to bring him along, and that way if he does dip out, he's got a year with that guy before we kind of try to figure out who's next up in there. Because then whoever he's going to try to develop at tackle, it's going to be it probably won't be Hank Fraley. I don't know. It's just a little side note. That's kind of how I thought about it.
No, I mean, there's definitely. I heard some rumors, man, that he. I guess he did end up getting paid, but there's some stuff. I think it was Detroit Lions podcast. I want to say Chris. He was there last time I was at camp. We were kind of talking about it, and Hank definitely is also rumored to be the offensive coordinator. Had been taking that Washington job too, or he was one of the names.
That's interesting.
Which I mean, he's a fantastic coach. I don't see why he wouldn't have. Especially, Ben has a complex run scheme, and obviously Hank being the offensive line coach for that, it'd be a perfect guy to have in there.
Yeah, he.
And
would make
Ben,
the most sense.
if he takes a head coaching job, he's still playing the call or calling the plays. So
Oh,
Hank
yeah.
would just be mentoring under him almost.
That'd be wild. Yeah, I mean,
Just
I'm
a
not
little
mad
stronger
at it, though.
emphasis in the run.
I'm just glad we re-signed Decker. is my man's point. Go ahead, my man. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna make so Burning Issues been on fire tonight. Funny because his name's Burning Issues, but he also brought up too, like not a lot of people in the NFL have great offensive line depth. But last time I brought that up to you, you reminded me that the Giants were able to run the ball. We weren't. I was like, oh, that's a good point.
Oh yeah. I mean, okay. Let me say this though. Because here's one thing that I did take away. Again, tackle play was bad, but there was also, as good as the interior offensive line play, and it wasn't a lot of the young guys. There was like multiple plays. There was one where I don't know if you saw it. Our guard pulled, and on a zone play. I don't know if it was by design or not, but I was watching it like it was a outside zone this way, and our right guard pulled to the left, and I'm
Ben
watching.
does
I'm
weird
like,
stuff like that though.
bro, like maybe it was because it kind of worked a little bit, but I'm like, dog, that did not look right. I've never seen something like that before, bro. But honestly, I give more. My bigger issue was tight ends and receivers. I thought their blocking was horrible. Like the amount of times where they wouldn't pick, like Andrew Phillips blew at that one run play. It's the best example. It's like no one even blocked him. It's like we have two guys blocking one. It's like, dude, I thought that was because we know it's just like defense, like corners. We ask them, they have to be huge in run support because we ask them to handle the responsibilities. I feel like it's very similar for offense. Like, yo, We're gonna ask you because we bring tight ends, we bring receivers in line to block somebody, and if you're not blocking anybody, a defensive back can blow up the play as long as he's willing to hit, just like a linebacker can. Because he's in the box.
Yeah, they I think it was Ted Wynn that I was talking to this about, and he was I guess talked to like multiple defensive coordinators that year 2 of Ben Johnson, or technically his first year. I consider him the offensive coordinator the back half of that first year, at least the play designer.
Yeah, I know.
So if you listen to a lot of the interviews, that's what. Yeah, I mean that's what everyone talks about, even Goff too. I think I played that clip on my page. It's like one of the last videos I uploaded. But I guess he was talking to defensive coordinators about it, and he's like, it's just he talked to defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators. He's defensive coordinators. It's just there's too much going on to get a read for like what the hell he's doing, because he's pulling guys not even out of fucking necessity, just as a distraction, you know, and then he talked to offensive coordinators, and he's like, well, why aren't other people like replicating this the same way a lot of people tried Sean McVay's zone scheme and all that other stuff like that? And he's like, you have to have smart offensive linemen to do what the Detroit Lions are doing. And if you think about it, on top of Hank Fraley just being like one of the better offensive line coaches, Frank's a vet. I mean, Graham's here now, but he wasn't that first year. But Frank's a vet. Taylor's a vet. Penny's learning underneath all of them. He's credited our offensive linemen's like brains, I guess, per se, because other guys can't really pull this stuff off that we do.
And it feels like, I mean, yeah, to that point. Now it does feel like we're shifting. We could be shifting a little bit, like in terms of we got a lot of interior guys that are like zone blockers. They don't pull as often. But then all of a sudden you flip it and you're like, okay, well, Mahogany does, and Manu absolutely can. Like, I think to just go back off that point that you just made is 100%. What the Lions have is they have guys that can do everything schematically. And it's like some teams are just like built to do one thing. Our guys can do both. And to what my man's got, who's it, burning issues? That's why you pay those guys, because they can do both. Like you can't just have a scheme. Like when you play Stanford, you know exactly what you're getting. You know exactly what you're getting. You're getting that wide zone. Everything's to the sidelines. You play us. You're like, ooh, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, every week could be different. And then you got to have the backs for it. And I feel like our backs are pretty darn versatile in that sense, too. Like, Monty handles both. Gibbs handles both. They invest in both of those. Jamal handled both. That's why they invest in both of those things. Like, they want to – it's almost like they want to have the guy that can fit each thing. It's like they want to be as versatile as possible run blocking.
Yeah, I think that's like why Dan's such a vet. Like they want to keep him and hang on. If you get a guy that understands it, they probably should hang on to him. Outside of obviously John Jackson, because he was gonna get a bag elsewhere. But
man, I was surprised.
I'm glad we got him.
I ain't gonna lie.
I was surprised too. He's
that guy.
Hardly available, and he's not a great pass blocker. But
yeah, I mean, shoot, that just goes to show, like, man, teams are desperate, bro. They're desperate for offensive linemen. But I don't understand how I don't know. Like, I guess maybe they just see more upside there. Maybe like there's more that we could tap into here, and maybe they're like, hey, Lions did all these versatile things, but actually he's really good in what the Rams kind of became, right? Like he's really good dual blocker or something. Like you're just gonna do that here, so we'll just emphasize his strengths versus the Lions asking him to do everything.
Yeah, I think that's what they wanted, because they got all those receivers out there, and Stafford can hit them all. This is lighter boxes, get some heavier bodies up front to when you want to run in the middle.
Yeah. And I mean, credit to them, man. They made it work last year. They had like nobody at running back, and they just found a way to make it work.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Joe, go ahead.
No, I was trying to think. Didn't they sign somebody else too on the interior offensive line?
Us?
No, the Rams.
Oh, I think so. I think they signed a couple guys.
It don't matter. Let me pull out.
I saw Connor Williams just went to the Dolphins. Was it? No, not Dolphins. Ravens. I think it was Ravens. Something like that. He went somewhere recently.
Yeah.
He was like a starting capable center. So that was.
I'm glad he didn't go to the because I know that they were talking to the Rams too. I'm glad that didn't happen.
Who was our backup center after Evan Brown? Because I know we signed Graham to be our backup center, but there was a guy I thought in the middle. Chat, am I wrong on this? I was thinking about this today. Like, we signed Graham to be the backup, but then the injury to Big V, and it was like, oh, okay, Graham, you're a starter. And he just became a starter. But I thought there was someone in between that we thought, like, oh, this guy's going to be the starter or the backup. And then we signed Graham, and it's like, okay, he doesn't need to be. But I could be completely just making somebody up that doesn't exist. I think I'm making somebody up. All right, that's cool. That's cool.
If he did, I don't remember who it is.
Yeah, I made somebody up. It may have been Pierce Baker. Or I don't know who
Oh,
WWE
Kevin
is.
Dotson. Well, they had re-signed Kevin Dotson. Never mind.
Does Jake Funk make the team? Honestly, I thought Jake Funk was okay. I didn't think he was good, but I thought he was okay. But no, I don't think he does. You don't. I don't think there's a path for him.
No.
Started with
The running
MC.
back, right?
Yeah, the running back. Yeah, he's like our last string running back. Yeah, I don't think he was bad. He's just. It's like you're gonna have to separate yourself at that point. You're too far down on the depth chart, so I don't think he can. Evan Brown then Graham Glasgow. Okay, so I thought there was someone in between. My man said it started with like an MC something. McDonald. I don't know, man. Did you want to watch some Jake Fromm?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'm
he
looking
played
for the center you're talking about.
Yeah, Pierschbaker do kind of sound right, to be honest. But I don't know that maybe I wasn't that high on him. I just remember being a name. It may have been Pierschbaker because he did stick around for a while. And if it would have been Pierschbaker, it would have been kind of the same thing, right? It would have been like the next guy up as an undrafted free agent. I think he was
Michael
from, like, Cleveland or
Schofield.
something. He had Schofield, yeah. No, but he wasn't that guy. But yeah, we did have him. He was from Dallas. I think he played guard though. No, you know what? We just had him this offseason.
I think he did play guard.
Yeah.
All right, let me try this.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go to the Buffalo game first because I don't think honestly I haven't seen any of these. I'm gonna go to the Buffalo game, and we'll just look at some random plays. So these could be good, these could be bad. Just like initial thoughts, I guess, on Jake Fromm. Can't lie, Caleb.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. I've never. Oh yeah, Caleb did look pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Easy. So I
JJ had some moments too,
man. JJ looked good, bro. JJ looked good. He had a bad pick, but at the same time, it wasn't like bad. I didn't hate it. It was like, all right, I see what he's doing.
He looked what I thought he would look like, but then he also looked way better than I thought he'd look like too. Like I thought he was gonna be a lot more of a long-term project, but he just got the natural arm talent, bro. That first touchdown he had was fucking. Ugh.
Yeah, he did throw some beautiful. Okay, my bad. I don't know. What is this? You think Allison's should trade James Houston for Tyler Huntley? Who's Allison's?
Allison's? Personally, I just don't think the Allisons have what it takes this year to even like be in the NFL. Nothing against them, they fought hard, but yeah, no.
You think the Lions? All right,
maybe the Lions.
Yo, they did you dirty belly verse, bro. They did you dirty with that autocorrect. That thing
they
was
definitely
way
did
off.
dirty on the autocorrect for sure. Yeah, they got him. He could be swiping the text, and sometimes I swipe the text and I'll be way off base, and people are like,
okay.
What were you trying to say there?"
Dang, so you're one of those dudes that drags your finger to text.
Yep, I love it. It's the best.
You remember
the Allisons run like girls, says Ryan Thompson. Yeah, I do.
We should go get Geronimo Allison back. Where's he at?
No,
make that move.
I feel like who went to the Jets with Aaron Rodgers, the light skinned dude, longer body guy,
Lazard.
Yeah, I think he's just like an evolved version of Geronimo Allison. He got so much hype, like, oh, the Jets signed Allen Lazard. I'm like, Allen Lazard's like wide receiver 3 on most teams. Like, he's just Aaron Rodgers' buddy, and you paid him $12 million a year. That's crazy.
Ryan McCollum. Okay. I don't think I was thinking of McCollum, but yeah. Okay. See, now I got you. You throwing those names in there now. Okay. That's good. Got it. My all 22 is not playing. There we go.
Oh, it's not working?
It's like wants to work, but okay, it's like delaying in between. It keeps showing me the broadcast version. So I don't.
So did you watch Caleb Williams?
Yeah, I did.
Or what's your full takeaway from JJ first? Because I know you're a Michigan guy.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I thought he looked pretty good. Like, considering like all the questions was about like how far he was gonna, like how long it was gonna take him. I mean, if I'm a Vikings fan, I get why you start Darnold because it's like, especially at the beginning of their season, like I get it. But I don't think McCarthy, personally, I don't think McCarthy's one of those guys where it's like, oh, let's protect him from a terrible start. McCarthy's gonna be fine. That's who he is. That's what he was drafted on, his character, man. Like he's gonna be cool through that. He'll battle through it, find a way. I would want to start McCarthy. I'm like, yo, he's the future anyway. Let's just start the dude. Let's see what it looks like. Darnold's gonna turn the ball over anyway. So let's just. I mean, they feel like they have a lot of similar traits too. And to think about it, like the more and more I think about it, I hate that I have the Vikings to last, but I kind of have to just because of who's in our division. But bro, the Vikings, what they win 7 games last year, and they were doing it with everybody at quarterback. They constantly can score points. If Jordan Addison is out there, which there's some off the field stuff. Like they got a good offensive line. they're gonna score points. It's like they were scoring against. We don't have the same defense now, but they're gonna score, and it feels like they're gonna beat the bad teams. Like I would play him because I think the only chance you have of shocking everybody make the playoffs is with him at quarterback. I don't think it happens with Darnold. I think you could win 8 games with him.
I didn't know they got Speedy Naylor either. That pissed me off. Everyone in their divisions is getting these like. We're kind of struggling to find our wide receiver 3 per se, and I feel like everyone else in our divisions is stacked. The wide receiver position,
dude. Yeah. So I'm not gonna spoil it, but we were chat roundtable sports, man. We're gonna talk receiver rankings. Okay, I just spoiled it. Dude, that was like the worst. I said I'm not gonna spoil it, bro. I straight up just said what it was. Yo, that was. I was like, I'm gonna not say it, but say it. No, I just said it.
I think Darnold starts to preserve his confidence. Maybe. I don't think JJ needs. I don't know, dude. I don't think JJ's ready.
You don't think he's ready?
I think he'll throw a lot more picks than Darnold.
He gets out
Darnold's
there.
Not bad, by the way.
He's not. He's all right.
I feel like he's
run. You can run with him, but I'm like, bro, but like, what's the worst that can happen? You go out there and lose to like your first 6. They might do that anyway. You seen the beginning of their schedule, Easy?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, chat. The beginning of the Vikings schedule is that was so bad. They might beat the Giants actually. Giants, Niners, Texans, Packers, Jets, Lions, Rams, and then it goes to Colts, Jaguars, Titans. Like, bro, their first like 6 of 7 games, they might lose 6 of those. They're gonna lose regardless, dog. So like, what? At best, I win 2 or 3 of those, and I have a losing record going into the bye week, which is week 6, I think, for them, week 6 or 7. I would just start McCarthy. I don't even mess around with it, man. We're gonna be bad regardless. I mean, you could easily make it happen because you're probably gonna lose regardless. So you could be like, oh, we're just gonna transition. But man, I'll just start McCarthy. I'll let McCarthy roll. Let him figure it out. If anything, the case with McCarthy to me is he needs reps. Like McCarthy, I don't worry about his confidence and character. I worry about him getting snaps. So the more snaps I give him, the better. I don't want to take snaps away, then hope by week 6 with no snaps, he's ready to go. I mean, the guy's basically already sat a year behind Cade McNamara. You know what I mean? Like, he played a couple snaps here and there. Like, he's already done that. My man's already gotten the visual reps. That's what he needs is actual reps.
What do you think happened on the interception he threw?
Well, I mean, I thought he tried to do too much. Man. He tried to make the
got a little too much dip on your chip.
A little bit too much, but I'm not mad at him for trying it. I mean, it's all right. See what happens. I mean, now he knows. It's like they always say, like, you got to adjust like the NFL speed. Like, all right, that ain't gonna happen. I can't throw it behind him because that's gonna get picked off in the NFL probably. But like, I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but yeah, like I would start him because
I was listening.
He needs reps.
You think he's got the character? Yeah, he just needs the reps. You get the reps in preseason. I don't know if he's ready to start. But I'm with you. I think week 6.
He'll be in by week 6.
To like week 8. Yeah, like in between there somewhere. Oh, okay.
See, this is similar to the Nate Sudfeld interception. I ain't even gonna lie here. We did the rollout. No, they're not in cover 2, but we did the same route concept, and he threw the pick right here. He threw it to this guy.
Yeah.
Yep. But look at Jake Fromm though, dude. The pressure. This is like the exact same play. Maybe they saw this play and were like, "Yo, that's the dude." Oh my gosh. But he drew a flag. That's why they signed him.
Why would they do that?
They signed him for this play, Easy. They said, "Look at him take that hit." I mean, ate that.
My God. What was that guy thinking?
Hey, he got back up.
James Houston almost had one of those too.
A hit like that?
Remember he hit one of their quarterbacks late. It was Drew Lock or
I don't even remember that, to be honest. Dang.
It wasn't as bad as that. It was just kind of more so out of bounds, but
oh, okay. I didn't know what you're talking about. I didn't.
James Houston's low key. I love him. He's kind of dirty.
Dang. You think he's dirty?
Yeah, James Houston. Oh, so when is this from? This is from last year?
Yeah, this is last year's preseason. I don't know if he played week 1 or not. Honestly, I haven't even checked. So I just know that he played last preseason. So that's why I just put this on. But bro, do you remember him coming out? I remember loving this dude coming out. But like I said, I didn't follow the draft like I do now.
Exactly. I was just about to say exactly what you just said.
I love it though. Like I was fired up to see the name, and like I said, bro, like I want to see this dude play because, to me, for our offense, like he's not a big time athlete. Like again, Hooker's a special athlete, but I feel like if anything, the whole thing, the whole selling point is that he's a smart quarterback. That's what it was. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, easy. We've seen
Wow.
enough. We've seen enough. This is our backup
Nate
quarterback.
Sudfeld's gone. Let's go.
Well, Hendon Hooker might be gone too after seeing that. I
Yo,
mean,
hold on. That was too
I didn't
far.
see Hooker do this.
You just
Biden's
took
got
it
a
way
free
too far.
rusher. Look at he ate that, bro. He's still holding it. He ate that easy. Oh no, he didn't really eat that. I'm gonna be honest. He didn't really eat that. That guy kind of ran by him. That was the opposite.
Hold on, let me
of
see it
being
again.
dirty. Yeah.
There we go.
Come on, dog. Yep.
Little zip on his chip.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. Come on, man. What was y'all initial reactions when you guys saw Jake Fromm sign? Honestly, I was fired up, dude.
I was like, yeah.
Easy was hoping it was Shea Patterson, but
That thing was kind of floating a little bit there.
do
But
you
he got
think?
there.
Do you think there's a? Yeah, it was. The reason where he threw it so darn early. I'm not mad at it though because it was good placement. He got that thing out so early.
Little
Ooh,
flutter.
Okay. Yeah,
Little-
because like he threw that before he even broke, so he was just trusting it. And I think that's the one
Yeah.
thing we just need our guy to just trust it. And I think that's hard
Sudfeld
because
for sure don't trust shit. He's
See, and
he's too conservative.
the only time the best anticipation throw I think Sudfeld had was one of Peoples Jones. He threw it before he broke, and he just put it out there. And it was like, all right, he threw it behind him, but he trusted him to just go get it. Outside of that, the only ones he could point to is the one-on-ones on the sideline. But that you see it. Like you see these coverage. You're just kind of putting it up there. But like
Yeah.
just throwing it before guys were breaking, like it was almost like he just didn't trust like because of the receivers, like, oh, they're gonna be where they're supposed to be.
Nice.
So he's like, I don't like it. And it was,
Was it
just
over
like,
the linebacker's head?
yeah, that was nasty. Yeah, he's a problem. He's gonna be a problem. Ooh, little touch. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Let me run
Okay.
that back.
All right. Okay.
Oh, we just signed a dog, bro. Him and Sudfeld is gonna be a problem for everybody, bro. We're about
Listen.
to drop 40 next week.
I'm not about to get excited over a backup quarterback, but anyone over Sudfeld, like let's go.
Hey, you want to go see? Hey, Sudfeld's preseason tape with the Niners, cooked, dude, cooked. Hey, easy, bro. We're about to drop 40 next week, dude. Bet the over, chat.
Why are you telling them to do that? Don't listen. Why are you doing that?
Hey, I
Don't
said
listen
bet
to
the
him,
over
Pat.
last week. We scored 3, dog. Yeah.
He's definitely aware of what's
Yeah,
going on.
This is what I like to see. This is good stuff. My man said, "Do is wide open the end zone." Dog, see, these are the T-roll. Come on, bro. The ball was already thrown. That's why he was wide open. Here, let me show you. Look, that's why he's wide open, dog. Cause it's a pick play. He ain't gonna
Yeah.
throw it there. The design isn't to go there. I hear what you're saying though. Cause technically, in Madden, you throwing that touchdown. I get you. I feel you. In the NFL, man, that thing's designed to go there. It's the only place he's looking. Put it on him though.
He's got touch. It feels like
Yeah, because from what I remember,
on both
like
those throws.
I remember him moving the pocket a lot, but I remember like he definitely didn't have a big arm. So, and that honestly though that can
Did you
get
see a
guys into
handoff?
trouble, man. No, let's run that back.
And I was wondering that too when they signed him, right? Because I was like, man, because I was salty. I think I kind of expressed it. I wanted a veteran guy that had some experience, probably someone a little bit more similar to
Mhm.
Hooker than Goff, just so they could mentor Hooker a little bit, though. But it feels like, and I get it too, because Ben's so great at calling the offense. They probably just want someone who's more reliant on the system than themselves because the system just works so well. So why would you want to grab somebody who's gonna deviate from that?
But I mean, and I look. I mean, I think when Hooker's in, you'll do more read options just like he did there, and you'll do more
Mhm.
rollouts with him. But honestly, like I took away like Sudfeld and Hooker seem to kind of run the same offense. Like
I was gonna
Hooker
say I didn't see anything different in practice either. They're running the
They-
same stuff.
run the exact same stuff.
But Hooker can do that though. It's just, yeah. I think I don't know if they're in love with him. To be honest with you, now I'm seeing the prototype that they signed today, but I'm not as well versed with Jake Fromm,
good.
so maybe I shouldn't be saying anything.
I mean, bro,
I just missed a touchdown.
his timing's on point though. He's getting this ball out fast, man. And I think the biggest thing, because like what stood out with Hooker was he was getting the ball out. Like he was getting out, he was getting swings, he was getting the ball out of his hands, and he trusted it, and it was playing fast. I think that was what everybody kind of liked when they said he has control, because it was like he's trusting that it's going to be there, and he's making a decision. And that's what Fromm's doing too, man. It's like, to your point,
Wow.
trust the offensive scheme, trust the play call, trust that you have the play beater for the coverage, whether you're checking it or whether we call it, and put it there. Like we don't need you to be
Mhm.
like overthinking what we're laying out for you. And it's just like I
And
don't know, man.
he's got touch to play the middle of the field, which we obviously know that's where JG and a lot of this offense eats is over the middle there.
Yep. Yep. Middle of the
Actually,
middle.
fuck, that's crazy. Maybe I should watch more backup quarterback film. I like this signing
He's working, dude.
so far.
Yeah, we might have to watch some Sudfeld after this. We have to-
Okay, all right,
Hey, we gotta do easy. I was my idea.
calm down now.
When you guys practice, you see Goff helping Hooker.
He says my
Honestly,
idea.
no. No. I,
What they say?
he said, "Do you see Goff helping Hooker?" I haven't.
No, not at all. Actually, now I'm thinking about. I see him. Let me be honest with you. I see him helping Sudfeld more. I see him and Sudfeld having more
Well,
conversations
that's
than.
because Sudfeld's a dog.
Okay,
Well,
all right.
no, hey, what they say?
You just
game recognized game. You know what I'm saying? Game recognized game. But no,
you just take it there every time.
because he was the two. He was the number two. So I was like, yeah, you're working with the number two. The number three is like learning, right? Like I'm
I feel like
because the number twos give me that information. It's like Bridgewater.
Hooker's
Number
in
three's
those
coming
huddles
along.
every once in a while, but he's not saying nothing. He's like listening, but not involved.
Yeah, I feel that. I couldn't tell you a moment where they felt like they were like he was. telling.
That's why I
'Cause, like,
wanted
here,
a veteran guy.
Bro, dude's not open here. But this is like like we were just said, like just trust it. This dude ain't open. But like
Yeah.
I feel like in the preseason, this is also in a way something necessary, and I think we're gonna see some stuff next week. Hopefully we do. It's just where it's like, bro, just trust that he's gonna get where he's supposed to be, because we need to be able to evaluate the guy. So just trust it.
And then to be honest too, like in this, like if in a backup situation where he's with the first team offense and that's Amon Ra, like that's
He's gonna be
that's
open.
fine. Yeah, you can make that throw
Exactly.
because Amon Ra's gonna try to make the play.
It's like if this was your team in a game, I get why you're playing the way that you're playing, but because it's preseason, like you got to know the situation to be different. Like these backup receivers, bro, sometimes they're just not getting open. There was occasions in that game, and look again, this is like Tech Sudfeld, but the truth is there were plays in that game where guys just didn't get open. Like bro, like there was nobody open.
All right.
And I mean, okay, easy. Tell me it's not true. Where Caden Davis literally gets pushed out. I'm a Caden Davis guy. My boy got pushed out of bounds.
You kind of
I'm
look
like-
like him.
Me? Well, we might be related. We also have
honest-
the same last name, so there's that.
See,
Mm-hmm. Bro, see, this is what I like about him. You see how he fell down? Easy. People be getting on Sudfeld for this. They'd be like, Sudfeld, you out here taking sacks? No. No.
as they should.
See, here's the problem going live with Easy, bro, because now I feel like I've completely overstepped on this whole Sudfeld thing.
Oh, for sure you have. For
Nah,
sure you have. You just told people taking over.
Sudfeld gonna be good though. He's gonna be good next week. So is Betts. Betts is about. No, I really do feel good about Betts though. I think Betts is about to cook straight up though. I may say running back 3. He's talking to you, Easy. I would never say that.
No, he's not. Hooker, look, Dan Campbell
I
spoke
like Hooker, too.
glowingly of hitting Hooker yesterday.
Nice, bro.
No,
he's gonna be nice.
I'm not
dude.
trading for any guy that wants a contract, Grim. No offense, but we're just look what's happening with Hassan Reddick right now with the Jets. They traded for him, and he's literally trying to get traded again. Bro, I don't get where this comes from. People just think I only like black quarterbacks. This is not even true.
Wait, why was that was so?
What burning issues? Because it's a thing in our chat. I think someone started jokingly. Well, I mean, obviously, it's probably all joking, but
Yeah.
could you imagine?
No, he
That'd be
wanted
so funny.
Tannehill. He wanted Tannehill, right? So
I like Ryan Tannehill. Yeah.
he wanted Tannehill.
Damn. 56. These guys are getting chippy for a preseason game. Yeah, to be honest with you, I think
Do you think it's
I
still on
don't
the
think
table?
Brom has enough melatonin to get the job done, to be honest with you. Or melanin. Melatonin. Melatonin's what Nate Sudfeld has. Put me to sleep.
That boy, hey.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's lacking a little melanin on the ball. He just don't got the touch.
Yo, now, do you think it's on the table that Tannehill could still be an option as a guy that wants Tannehill?
No, I think I listened to an interview with Tannehill yesterday while I was working in my yard, and He sounds like he's in no rush to come back. You know how we prefer guys that are passionate about the game. They want to come here to prove something or fight for something. He don't. He feels so content. They interviewed this guy. He's in the Bahamas with his family. He's like, yeah, I mean, the right situation presents itself. I'll be there. Yeah, that ain't. That ain't what we're looking for. We're trying. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
he ain't be the backup, bro. My man starting somewhere.
I mean, he's white anyway. Why would we do that? Why would we sign up? Come on, what were we thinking?
You like it all the melatonin, bro. That's why.
Like a little melanin on that throw there, my brother. This is getting crazy.
Nah, it isn't, bro. We play you burning issues, bro. That was so random. Easy discriminates. Dang, easy there. Yo, this is the last show Easy could be on this channel.
No, I like Tannehill. He could run like a brother. You know what Tannehill got?
Tannehill
can run a little bit.
Tannehill got the scoot, bro. Tannehill got that.
I'm a big.
Got it. Was there anything else that you wanted to hit
on? No. I mean, we kind of hit on everything.
I mean, injury-wise, like Rodrigo. We talked about linebacker, though. Okay, I want to ask you this. Do you think there's a chance Rodrigo doesn't make the team?
No, I don't know why I keep seeing that. You're not the only person
I see it, too. So.
No, I don't get why people are saying that. I saw somebody with a wrench say it in this chat. Love him. Panda. I think it was Panda. Yeah. Why? What's up with the Malcolm disrespect? What are we doing?
Not a Malcolm guy.
Why? I love Malcolm. I love young Malcolm.
But you're saying you don't think there's a scenario that he don't make that he is not making.
Absolutely not. Malcolm's making this team. Okay. I will come back in this live stream and eat something gross. I can't think of anything right now, but I'll eat something gross if Malcolm doesn't make this team outside of injury.
Okay. No, I think that was a good question to ask.
Did you watch Caleb? We talked about JJ. Did you watch Caleb Williams?
Yes, I thought Caleb looked legit.
Scary, right? Not scary, but just like you knew what it was, so you're just like, fuck, it's real.
I knew what time it was gonna be. Yeah. Honestly, bro, the thing is though, like he almost threw a pick in there, and it was a defensive hold, so maybe that's why he almost threw it. That's gonna be the thing for him is throwing picks, and then I think what everybody said, like, yo, he might. I don't know how mentally tough he is. Like, that's going to be the thing for him is, like, you just wonder when things go wrong what it's going to look like. Because it's not going to look like that in a preseason. But that's why I got him as a playoff team, bro. I think the Bears are going to be good this year. I think they're legit, man. Appreciate you, Aaron. I mean,
you already been public about that?
I guess so. I don't know, unless he's talking about something different. But I appreciate you, Aaron. We've talked about
the change.
This. Do you what were your NFC? What were your NFC North rankings? We've talked about this.
NFC North rankings. Give me Detroit Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings. And if that sounds chalk,
it does sound chalk.
That's what it is. I mean, let's be honest. Like, what do we think is going to happen? I mean, Caleb would have to play. I don't know though. That Bears defense, the second half of last year was actually pretty scary.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Bears are. Maybe it's just more so for us. The Bears, I don't think, are an easy matchup for us, man.
Not at all. I think we talked about this last year. They got our number. They know. Yeah. They have everything to stop what we do well.
Yep. They are. I think they're going to stop a lot of teams for what they do well. Because,
we talked about the middle of the field. They got the linebackers. They got athletic linebackers, smart linebackers, and they got Jaquan Brisker. They got Jalen Johnson, who could force stuff over top or inside. Like, what?
Nothing.
Which one are you reading? I want to read it now. Which one?
No, I just found this.
My. What? What are you eating? Oh, my God. Bro.
Yo, we're going crazy.
Yo, hold on. What? The fashion choice there, too. What are you wearing?
I do look wild. I had that shirt on today. I had that on.
Why'd you do that?
I guess I set like a goal like for picks, and I didn't hit enough of them.
What sauce is that?
It was like that red hot sauce. You know what I'm talking
It's
about?
Frank's.
Yeah,
Frank's got you acting like that. What is
Bro,
wrong with you? How many
I don't
teaspoons you
do
do?
hot stuff at all, dude. I tell you, I can't even eat some Chipotle stuff, bro.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're gonna end.
I gotta go back
Because
and
someone
watch
said that, like you said that. So, yeah, nah, I don't do hot stuff, man.
that. All that you were doing. That's how I
Yeah.
felt watching Austin Booker earlier. I was like, oh god, no,
Man, see, I didn't even know that. I didn't know he was cooking.
bro. 3
'Cause I
sacks.
only really watched when Caleb was out there. So he must have just been like, but what if Bet? Okay, watch this. What if
Okay,
Betts has 3
no.
sacks next game? Let's
You-
consider. Let's consider the possibility.
Why do you do this?
No, I mean it's a real question.
All right, how about this?
Then what?
0 sacks. Next week, you got to eat hot sauce.
I will do that. I would do that.
Okay.
He gets a sack, you eat hot sauce. He doesn't get a sack, I'll eat hot sauce.
All right, deal. What are you doing?
I don't know. I thought
All
that's
right.
how you. Yeah,
No, I was there too.
bro. Chat. What do y'all think? I like that one. Have you seen any of the clips? I thought before we get out, have you seen any of the clips they put
I
on?
can't
X?
wait for next week. Though.
Oh, I'm fired up. Stuff
No.
about to cook too. We can add something for that too.
Ooh, why they wrestling like that?
Yeah, Monty's been a dog in camp though. To be honest, man. I feel like Monty's
Branch.
always been a
I
dog.
fucking need some back.
Branch is tough, dude. They showed.
Was he
one,
finished
too.
off a run there right there?
Yeah, that was a run. They
Little-
showed this
little,
too.
little veteran tug. Little vet tug. Oh, you know, I got no problem with it.
I'm gonna lie, that's a catch,
That's
bro.
that's Davis though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Caden Davis. But here's the thing, though. So he's working against Branch. There's probably one-on-ones. He also
Bro, he's
worked.
bullied him.
Okay, but watch this, right? He on Sunday beat Terran Arnold, and he like extended dive and grab. Caden Davis didn't have a great first week one, but I think the Lions are a lot. I think he's grown on the Lions a lot, and I think he's gonna get a lot of. I think the two guys I think are gonna get a lot of opportunities: Caden Davis and James Mitchell next week. Because I think James Mitchell, they're gonna want to figure out who's actually winning that tight end battle. So I think they're gonna force him some reads, and I think Caden Davis as well. Like he's gonna get a lot more looks because it feels like they really like him. And we see, and he's showing up now in practice way more than he was at the beginning, and he's winning against ones.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time he's been winning against ones. He was doing a little bit of it last week too against the Giants. I didn't. I would like to be a guest in the heavyweights. Figured I'd shoot my shot. Also, I'm a heavy guy. Hit me up on X. If you bring some food, we'll make it happen. How about that? We'll figure something out.
So
We'll figure something out. Shoot
no
or
one
shoot.
signing bets. Practice squad is safe. Just throw him in there. All right, Hungry Panda. What do you
I actually think someone might try to sign him. To be honest with you.
There were teams that liked him before, so
Yeah,
he's
he
not
picked
done
us.
anything to not make the team. He just
Yeah.
hasn't done anything to make the team.
Well,
That's it. That's fair.
no,
way
you're
to
right.
look at it.
No, you're
I
right.
had
You're
seven
right.
step, and those 7 step, they didn't look a little eye popping. You weren't a little
No, you're
taken
right.
aback.
I was not taken back. No,
Okay, All right.
but you're fair in saying he hasn't done anything to not get him on the team.
That's a wild way to look at it, though. But no, okay. What are your expectations? Like, what do you think's gonna be a thing? Like what I just said. Like, I think James Mitchell's gonna get a lot of
What?
targets. Caden Davis gonna get a lot of targets. Like,
Oh,
what do you
what's gonna be
expect from that sense? Or maybe it's a player you think is gonna do something specific. Because I think Betts is gonna have a big game. Sudfeld will
You
bounce
got
back.
Sudfeld having a big game. Yeah.
He's gonna bounce back.
I think
Offensively good
Sudfeld-
performance. He's about to light it up. He's gonna build on a strong performance. That's what he's.
I think Sudfeld's going to throw a couple picks.
That's crazy. You're rooting for his downfall. Wow. Nate Sudfeld, if you're
Betts
watching,
only
bro,
get cleanup work.
Prove him wrong. What'd you say?
Betts only get cleanup work.
Oh, he's gonna go to work. Nah, I'm with you on that. Seriously, love
You know what I want actually, and I want you to say this too actually, because I saw this in the chat earlier too. Mekhi Wingo, good game outside the touchdown he gave up.
He's all right. Yeah, he was plus. He was a plus player.
For sure. Plus, I mean,
I didn't think he was great. I think he was plus.
thought he was good.
He's all right.
Why you just
No,
it's the opposite day for you.
No. To be honest though, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good.
Who do you got a better game, him or Betts?
Oh, definitely. Here's my concern, though. Easy. Here's my concern. He showed like
Yes.
technically, I thought like he can handle business on the interior, but I still don't feel
Mhm.
like he's actually built to do it, and I'm concerned
Yeah,
with
he's
that.
tiny.
So I'm just
Yeah.
like, I still don't feel like I have a good picture of how this is actually going to work for him. But
To
to
be
your point,
honest,
he got a little bit of push. He wasn't like a dominant pass
yeah,
rusher, but he got an edge a couple of times, which was
I
nice.
thought he looked good. I will say though, I did expect more. Like what you're saying for bets next week is what I expected this past week for
For Wingo.
Wingo.
It felt like it
Yeah, I
kind
thought he
of
was gonna
built
eat a
as
lot
the game
more.
went on for him. Like it kind
Hmm.
of like was like, oh, there's him. There's Wingo.
And I felt like he was in a situation to produce too, because I think if I mean I said this on our show. I don't even know what I say on here, what I say on our show, but like and Kalijah Kancey, a little bit different situation too. Like that's a first round pick, obviously. But like he's got the perfect pairing next to him with Vita Vea. Well, it's not like Betts was just the lone small guy out there. He was next to Broderick Martin and a few other big fellas too.
Yeah. No, he's built to fit in this. He has a role in this defense. I should say.
Hmm.
And in my opinion, in a 3-4 front, he has a easy fit for this defense. It's when we go two down defensive linemen, can he handle tackle and guards consistently? That's where I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think he'll just be. I think that's why they've been like, or in the beginning of camp and OTAs, it sounded like he was playing a little bit of reps at the edge, and I think that's why they're doing that too, because he's like
Yeah.
he isn't going to be like a pass rusher, so they're trying to get him in those sets,
So
however they can.
no, so I compared the build of Makai Wingo to Aaron Donald.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Aaron Donald obviously stronger, but I think Betts or Wingo's is quick.
Yeah,
He's got the
I think he's super
yeah.
similar. He's super similar measurably
Hmm.
to Aaron Donald. So will he be Aaron Donald is the question.
No, he will not. That's insane.
Okay.
Relax.
Yeah,
I
don't
can't.
think so either.
I'll let you get away with the CMC stuff. That's just too
Oh.
far.
No, the CMC stuff's legit though.
I think
Other
he could be
teams are
Kalijah
scared.
Kancey.
No, easy. Other teams are scared of Vaki. Straight up, dude. I was getting DMs. They were like, dude. That's what they said. They just said, dude, like that. And then they ended it. So.
There's a voice message, dude.
And I knew what they were talking about. I was like, yep. You already know what time it is, bro. Hey, we're not playing with those fourth round picks, man. That guy's about to go crazy. I honestly, I want to show those play. I'm going to show the 2 run plays he had real quick.
Yeah.
You cool with that? All right, let me show him real quick.
Yeah,
'cause I
you know
have 'em
what?
saved.
Do some Vaki if you don't.
Yo, yeah, I'm gonna show the two Vaki run plays because they were.
Oh, I meant Wingo. That's my bad.
Oh no, we're good on that. Let me show. Here we go. These are, I mean, dude, these are just big time. And I showed this one because this was just to make sure everybody know he's out here for kick returner. He just didn't get the ball. Isaiah Williams got it. It was a good return. Sudfeld fakes a season-ending injury. Wow. He loves Deion is on his side. Bro, Brian steals my nose, Ryan. Like straight up, dude. Brian don't know what he's talking about. Brian comes in my videos. What?
You know who else he likes?
Who?
Lil Hendon Hook. I love HH.
Hey, I like Hooker
Just
too,
saying.
bro. Easy. I can't like 3 quarterbacks. You know what I mean? I'm allowed to like 3 guys.
You're a whore. What? That's great. It's microphones.
I like all our quarterbacks. We're good at quarterback. We're really good there.
Mhm.
No, these runs are nasty, bro. This one wasn't honestly as nasty. Looks like he's jogging back here. But honestly, dude, the first toss play we run is to Vaki. That says something. And this
Well,
he's
his
gonna
contact
bring this
balance,
without
like you said.
Gibbs. Huh?
Oop.
Yeah. No,
Contact
bro.
balance.
The contact balance is crazy. His contact balance is better than Gibbs. Someone called it out in chat like, no, Gibbs is crazy. It is good, but Vaki's on a different level. This run's disgusting,
That one's filthy. Oh,
dude. That's, I mean, what are you gonna do with that, dude? Okay, I can't back it up for some reason. So
oh, is his
I guess-
defense? Let's see who's out here.
yeah, we'll watch the last play. This is your beautiful interception.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's a YouTube
Let me-
clip.
Here, watch. Yeah, I save it on YouTube that way I can pull it out easily. Pause. But I can go back to it a lot easier if I.
I have a son. I don't pull out so easily.
Ooh.
Sorry, that's too far. This is a football stream.
Well, I thought you were talking about YouTube, so I thought.
Yeah, that too. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
For sure, what I meant.
But hey, last thing I want to show you though, because I made this today. Chat. Hey, link in the community tab, man. We went live on BR today. It was a 30-minute show if y'all want to check it out. I talked position battles, and I put this graphic
Sick
together.
invite.
I'm gonna show this on the screen, and you. I'm gonna show. Wait. Where'd my thing go? Okay, the
You know
pictures
what,
aren't showing up. Go ahead.
what'd you make of the sack, the half a sack that Broderick got?
That was cool. I mean, okay. I'll say this: for me, Broderick on the day looked way more athletic than last year. He looked way more athletic than last year.
Oh yeah,
But my concern was the ending play, where he couldn't get out on the zone. He fell down, and they picked up the first down, and it ended the game. And it was like, oh, that was an issue last year too. So like, I feel like Broderick took steps because he showed like, oh, he looks more explosive. He's behind the line. He got a little pressure. And honestly, last year he did nothing in terms of pressure. I thought his get off was the biggest thing. It was like, yo, he's getting off the ball and he's not standing straight up. Like he's actually creating a little bit of knockback. And then he's building off of that. Last year, every time he passed rushed, like dude was just standing straight up. What the heck is this?
that's what college tape looked like too. That's why I was surprised. He's a 3rd-round pick.
And then he would like lean on guys for pass rush, and he was still creating some movement. But like this year, it looked much more like technically for the NFL. That said, though, like I don't know that he's in a spot yet where you'd feel comfortable with him starting over a guy like Pecco, but I think he took steps to get there. So I put this together today. To me, the guys in order that flashed it factor. I honestly probably could take Terran Arnold out. I just put him in there.
I was gonna say, what did he do?
Good. Yeah, I mean, he didn't get targeted, so I was like, I don't. I feel like I should put him in there, but I don't need to. So if you want to act like Terran's not there, that's fine. Look at the rest of them. Let me know what y'all think in that order. These guys flash the it factor.
Yeah, probably Vaki, Rakestraw, Hooker, Joseph. Yeah,
Brandon's gonna be a
Betts
problem.
should be off the list. You should have Uku on there. Take Betts off.
Nope, he
Uku
didn't
on.
flash the it factor. Okay, no, but here, let me make this. These aren't the best performers. These are the guys that flash. They could be special.
What did Betts do to look special?
Uku ain't gonna be special. He's gonna be good. He could be good. He ain't gonna be special. Betts could be special, bro.
Oh my Lanta.
Did you see the way he was? Easy, you making it seem like it's a joke. This is legit. The way that he was moving, I was like, bro, this guy could be something, bro. It might not. That's why he's at 7. He's at the bottom of the list, but he flashed like he could be special.
No, I'm with you on the Vaki being number 1. Rakestraw being number 2. Hooker 3. Brandon Joseph. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if you put Brandon Joseph like
a
little bit higher. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad. Just because Hooker was kind of limited. I'm proud to see you put Hooker on there though.
Yeah.
You know, he came out of the hating trans a little bit there, and I'm with that.
You know, you gotta look at all perspectives.
Yeah. I'm gonna rewatch this game. I'll actually watch some offensive reps. I don't really do too much.
Just did get a pick. Joseph got a pick today. Easy said, right? And
yeah, he did. It was more of a today was, you know, there's like interceptions and there's picks. Today actually I got a pick. It was like someone popped up and he dove and got it.
Oh.
So what?
But he's by the football.
He's at 3 days in a row.
Now.
Yeah, he is.
He's always by the football, man. He's perfect, man, because that's what Branch is about and that's what Kirby's about. And I think he's fitting in real well there. Like, he's making me real confident at safety to the point where, no, I'm not trolling, bro. I'm not trolling. I think Betts actually, I wouldn't have put him on that list as a troll. I wouldn't have done that on Bleacher Report, like straight trolling. I think he flashed special, bro.
I'm logging in my Bleacher Report to make fun of you.
You got to see.
I'm just kidding. This Caden Davis looking motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Easy knows what I'm saying. You got to see what you can't see.
At the end of the day got to end. That's what Deion just said. That's what he just hit you with.
But that's facts too. What you just said is factual. What I said was factual.
Yeah. See, what you said is a little bit more like.
See, and easy. Here's the
drugs.
Thing. When I after year 1, Goff's that dude. I saw what I couldn't see. Dude, special. Now look at us. Got a special quarterback locked up.
Special? All right. Don't get me started.
Oh, he ain't. What?
What does he do special?
He would be on this list for it factor on our team.
Oh, my Atlanta.
Would he not be?
I'll tell you what, though. If Betts does what you showed me again, then we can start having conversations.
Oh, so you did see what we didn't see. That's what you're saying.
I didn't see it as like an it factor. I didn't see it as like, I didn't see none of that.
You don't see Uku moving like that.
I'd have to watch the Uku snaps like that.
Uku got made plays, but he wasn't moving like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. It's like, okay, watch this. Antoine Green had 3 receptions, right? Peoples-Jones had 1. But you could make case Peoples-Jones' reception was way more impressive than any of the three from Green. 2 screens and an out route.
Yeah.
You could do that same thing with Betts. That one screenplay, more impressive than maybe a sack from Mukwu. It could be.
You can't even be. It's a screenplay.
He cooked him. My man, he beat him so fast, we didn't even know it was a screenplay. I was like,
Bro.
oh, that was a screen. That's why Malik Jefferson got there, setting up teammates.
That you can't count a screenplay as beating his man.
Well, I don't know what you call it.
That guy,
maybe
to be honest,
maybe you say he blocked him on that play. I don't know.
That left tackle looked horrendous. That guy looked horrible.
No, he didn't.
More than Betts looked good. Can we be honest? Like, he looked bad. He had like his feet were in the mud. That's why I was like, that's what I'm saying. If he does it again, though, then it's just him and not this guy looking.
But he did look
like
good. So if you took the tackle off the field, you'd be like, oh, that looked pretty good.
Yeah, if he was facing a guy that didn't just leave a Popeyes drive-through and had cinder blocks on his feet.
Do you know who you're talking about right now?
No, I don't.
I think it was a first-round pick.
No, it
was
wasn't.
a first-round pick, and now look at you. First-round pick. My bad.
Are we raving?
He was cooking a first-round pick, chat. Easy don't even know that.
He was not. Was he?
Dancing on him. Maybe. I don't know. If you could see what didn't happen, he may have been a first-round pick. Tom Kennedy like Cooper Kupp. All right. See, now this is where we got to draw
That's
the line.
racist. All right, no, that's just you're just getting racist there.
This is where we got to draw the line. At this point, now we're talking crazy. Okay. What I'm saying is accurate. Tom Kennedy's Cooper Kupp is crazy. That's a crazy comment, Zach. Man, you should ban yourself for like 30 seconds, dog. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a crazy thing to say. Easy, man. I'm talking a lot. You got anything that else you want to touch on?
No, I'll just make the commitment to watching the All 22 with the NFL Plus, and we'll go from there. I really only watched the broadcast version twice, and to be honest, I did skip a lot of the offense because who wanted to put themselves through that?
Well, we can do next week, man. We can do a live stream. You can watch it next week. Not this game, but week 2's.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Super battle. You think going to be Fountain or DPJ? I think it's going to be DPJ out of those two.
Yeah.
Tom's better than Cooper. Accurate. Actually, I'm saying more Tom Kennedy. Tom Kennedy's good, man. He does his job. Okay, Easy. You good, man? We good?
Yeah. Check out the heavyweights tomorrow, 5 to 7. Say some prayers for Dion. He's going under to Australia. And I just hope he doesn't get eaten by any big game.
Any big game? Like, what would be the threat? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be the top threat?
In Australia?
Like a kangaroo?
Oh,
or what?
dude. Australia.
I don't think a kangaroo would eat me, but it would be a threat. These things be fighting people and stuff.
Suddy boys, stand up. Ryan, are you for real, Sud? What is going on, guys? We cannot have a Suddy's boys.
Yes, sir.
That is awful.
Suddy boys. Hey, I'd wear a Suddy
What are
boys
we
shirt.
doing? He's so bad, bro.
Hey.
He's been in the league since 2017. He's been the same guy. What are we doing? Come on.
Hey, we leave on it. Michael, put this in the chat.
Well, Dion's crippin'. Let the world know.
Hey, because look, watch this.
Stop.
Actually,
you're doing gang signs.
I'm not sure. That was supposed to be a D, but we just kind of.
Bleacher Report's about to bounce you, bud. You're just doing a lot of gang stuff right now.
Suddy boys for life, dog. I'm with you. Chat, who else is with us?
Don't
Let us know.
chat. Don't
Let us
do
know
it.
before we're out of here.
Chat.
If you're a
Nate
Suddy boy,
Sudfield's been in the
stand
league
up.
since 2017. Don't do it.
Been cooking DB since 2017. Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. Hey, I'm fired up to see Fromm, bro. That's what I'm fired up to see. All right,
yeah,
we good. We get out.
I'm excited to see him take the job from Sudfield. So it's just
my bad, Easy. I'm typing this dang thing in. I haven't been able to. Okay, now it's working. All right,
very good.
We out, man. Appreciate y'all joining, and we'll see you. I don't know.
I should stop too.
We'll end on it.